see how this turns out, because HLE, they have very, very heavy dives, so they can push the pace of this game very quickly if they do get that lead. As well, the Hawkshot's so good here at being able to control the jungle matchup.
You can see that Zeus is doing a good job of just actually trying to take the 1v1 here against Rest, which generally is not going to go too well for him. But still is able to push him away from the wave and also thin out the wave a little bit. Not able to do it enough, though, as now here comes the entire party. The flash on into Zeus. He's just going to flash away up the wave, as now the Harpoon here on the Rest, but he's still in a 1v3. We do have Peanut trying to make his way up, but I think it's going to be a little bit too little too late. This should be first blood onto one of these guys. Is finally the level up, but it doesn't matter. First blood does go over to Jinja, and again, this guy is making impact right at the beginning of the game.
Oh, here we go, though.
Honkyu! Oh, no, he's the one getting bullied. He's only 17, getting dove under the turret 4 minutes into the game right now, but he could look at it in just a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because HLE had the ward on Dragon, and since they are on Grubs and they had Vision of Dragon, they're like, okay, Zeus, you know, there's probably extra pressure coming your way because they're not like trading immediately. So Zeus, really nice job there. Both of the first neutral objectives for HLE, which if we go back to Champ Select and we're talking about the power of this HLE comp to push the timings of this game with their dive potential. Well, the bottom lane, Viper opts to just use his first arrow for lane dominance and a health trade. But Peanut's up top side, and there's your ult.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Rumble and the Vine. You see Jinjez here. He's like, what do? I can't go in. I can't really get out. Here is now. He doesn't quite have the clone. Has to go for the Cyclone. Is now. We see Honkyu is making his way up, maybe trying to look for a 2v2, but Jinjez already so low. Honkyu gonna push him over the wall. Peanut is quite low himself. But the last hit, he is gonna take down the jungler of CFO, and now Honkyu all alone, and even Zeka's gonna get the first roam on up as he does come in and clean up the kill. So in this early game, we're only 10 minutes in. They're more than 2,000 gold ahead.
All right.
Maybe this is the opportunity, as that is not support Karma, but still she's only got a lost chapter. Can she do anything? As here comes the equalizer. Rest is already almost dead as Peanut and Viper are here. And they're even going to use the Season's Assist into Doggo as there's nowhere for him to go. They hand over the kill to Viper as it was bad, and now it's just getting worse, Kobe.
CFO, though, trying to get some gold wherever they can. Of course, you know, you're going to lose a lot of objectives after you lose, you know, multiple players, you know, in the same sequence. So, yes, it is going to be a very quick 6 grubs for HLE, and Zeus was able to mine some turret plate money off the bottom side by a very quick rotation.
Turret instead, but Peanut is keeping watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't give anything.
Oh, gonna hit the clone. Nice clone here, but at the same time, you're not gonna have that engaged now as they go in onto the Wukong, and Jinja, there's just nowhere for him to go. They just go all in onto him, and the follow-up is there. Kaiwin can't get away from Viper, but Viper will let him go. As CFO, Honkyu, he's trapped. He wants to make something of this. He goes in for the sweep as now maybe something, maybe one kill can go over to CFO, but the answer is absolutely not. Not in this fight, at least, as Rest also will be baited into it and goes down. The 0-3 Karma and the 0-3 Azir.
E will take from them everything. They will not give a single thing over to CFO. Thankfully, CFO did get their first blood at the very beginning of the game onto Zeus.
As
they spy a bird.
They do spy a bird here, as Honkyu should be going down as well. And you can see this lane economy snapshot powered by MasterCard. It's just growing larger and larger for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. As Zeka is just killing a turret in top. They don't even need him for the fight in the jungle.
CFO, they did kill Peanut, though.
They did.
They did kill Peanut. That was a shutdown.
They doubled their kills.
That's what you have to do when the games are like this and they're just running out of control. It was nice focus as well once again. They initially were trying to chunk Jinja out of the team fight, the Wukong. Zeka then was able to follow through, and when they saw Honkyu flash over, Zeus says, I'm not done. That Azir flashed over, but he spies him from the bush. He's a bird watcher.
Yeah.
Zeus got out his binoculars. They found him. Thankfully, though, for CFO, they at least got some money, and the shutdown did go over to Karma.
And by the way, Honkyu's just dying in live as this is happening. That is now his 5th death, unfortunately, for our young rookie player here.
To push these games so quickly and farm kills, but Kaiwing wants to go back to the snap
You see Zeka actually tried to Q3 over the wall there. Kaiwing is going to headbutt him back into the Cyclone, but that's just a dead Wukong instead. Zeka going 1v4. Surely he goes down here to these three as he gets a three-man knockup once again and finally a sweep and rest. They finally take down the Yone as Delight is side lane pushing with his buddies as they look for more and more objectives.
It's okay, though. That's shutdown number 2, Valdez. They got another one. Zeka is good for 1 in the 4v1, you know, as he kills Jinja, who went back over with very low HP. And you already kind of mentioned that their base took a little hit, a slight hit.
It's just one inhibitor out of the 3, so, you know, it's not even more than half.
It's a little drafty down there being open, but Peanut caught on the blue buff.
Yes, caught.
Really caught?
Totally caught unawares here as his brothers Viper and Delight help him out. We got the TP coming in. Doggo is just pretty much dead beat in this one. Dies to the Vi as meanwhile Viper's kiting it out against 2. It just gets worse from here as even Zeka is adding insult to injury. They didn't need Zeus this time as he was just TPing to the top side. They look for the Karma as well. Rest probably survives here, I say, as in goes Peanut flashing for the kill onto Rest. He is not done just yet as Peanut will go down and Rest will survive for now.
That's one of those plays where it's like, well, if Delight's gonna flash for it, then I'm gonna flash for it too. Let's go, man. For me, like, the Karma's getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, getting real fed in this one.
Answer me that, huh?
We were not gonna play the replay where the Karma gets the kill. We were just gonna avoid that one. She's getting a little bit too strong. The Otacon did go over to Hanwha Life here as is expected. Cool. As meanwhile, they're just pushing mid. Zeka maybe looking for a bit more, but he doesn't have his ult anymore. That we know.
We do know that.
They got that out of him. Zeka has learned. Oh no.
It is the bird.
It is the bird. And, you know, the Yone ultimate cooldown is pretty low. Zeka might not even need it, but the golden arm guard is going to come out here as now. Zeka, did he get baited into the fight by himself? As meanwhile, Zeus and Viper are also coming up here. And Jinja is like, okay, I have escorted my team away from this one. We want to back away. But here comes Delight, and now the equalizer is pretty nice on top of Rest, and Honku. Honku is so low in this one, and Doggo, he eased over the wall as the fight is very much broken up. Jinja is going to be going down as well. 3 people left, and the ult is back up here for Zeka, and he's going to catch Rest as well. Honku just trying to get away from this one, just trying to survive, but Zeus says, no, I want more blood. I haven't had enough kills here as he picks up his 5th. I think Hanwha Life Esports will just take the Nexus now, Gobi.
Okay, so no Baron in this game. No Baron at all. HLE looking to take a dominant game number 1.
Yeah, this one was a game of League of Legends that we did have. 12,000 gold the lead as Hanwha Life Esports dominates CFO here in game number 1.
Zed here immediately.
Zed? Well, you know, he doesn't dash. That seems pretty good into Talia, right? He's got excellent execution pressure.
He doesn't have his top lane priority, and his mid lane's getting pushed in too, but he goes for the smite fight.
Yeah, that's going to go the way of Peanut here, and Peanut is not scared to go for the fight, especially with the Zed, but he's actually losing the fight here. He goes for the heal. He flashes away, but Jinja is still going to get it. He does give the kill over to Zeka, though, who will pick up double buff, as now Honku low on mana. Zeka, he's on the hunt, as he doesn't have much more than a shuriken, though. He's eating stones straight to the face. There you go, Honku, with one final Q, gets the kill onto Zeka.
All the way back down there, too, so CFO at least gets 2 of them.
Yeah.
But once driver shows, they're like, then HLA are going to know we don't have 5 people fully up here, so we got the extra one, and we will split grubs.
Yeah, just a split grub situation, 2 for 1. And Hanwha Life Esports will be thankful that that last one was left for them. You mentioned the situation where they didn't want to go for it. Level 6 Zed, though, still going to put on that pressure. The Ignite is coming in. Zeka, one last auto. Doesn't need it, as down will go Honku.
So and Peanut immediately on over to the Dragon as well, and keep those ones rolling.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, you think about their team fight, it's very much
top side. This is a Vladimir that does have flash, and I wonder if he used pool already. Nope.
Oh, there's the pool. Kaiwing not going to hit the stun on this one, but he is at least going to land the E onto him. Kaiwing does take a bunch of that damage, so very nicely done in the dive. The Vlad, not much he can do.
Defensively, you really want that for defense.
Speaking of offensive ultimates, as in goes Zeka once again, as there is the Kindred ultimate just barely to save his life. Peanut failing on the dive, but he is going to stay alive, and it might not be a fail at the end of it all. As the Q comes in, Viper, though, will be traded out, as at least Viper got the kill, but so will Driver in the dive.
Was able to keep Viper in range of tower by hovering against the wall long enough that he still gets his counter kill.
Yeah, so Peanut did smite away one of the grubs here as they go in for the fight. They're not going to hit all too much, but everybody else groups into the rel. Here comes Doggo from the top side, though. Zeka going in for the dive once. Junja not going to get him just yet. So many low health bars here on the side of CFO, and Peanut is going to get away. Here comes Zeus over the wall, just going to pull the shove, and will not take the damage, but does take the follow-up. One Q might save him, but it's not going to happen as Hanwha lives against Zeka, who misses the shuriken. Here comes Doggo, flashing on into a Zed, not scared of anything, but guess what? The R is up, and it's available again! Zeka goes for it again! Gets the kill! And the last auto from Peanut finishes it off!
Oh my goodness, what a chat!
I am so entertained.
HLE. Thank you for the entertainment, both teams here. Okay. Grub fight is not fair, because only one of them is a jungler and has smites.
I think we missed something, Kobe. There's a Gragas in the top lane. Meanwhile, there is a dive onto a rel. Delight wants to turn it around, but he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's going to have to pop that ultimate just to stay alive. Now Zeka 1v4, but he's not scared. He's moving into them, looking to do a bit of extra damage. He's got Peanut on the way, but yeah, nice dive.
Still retaining control of the map.
Yeah, they certainly are doing just that. This Mountain Drake going to go the way of HLE, so that is going to be their second Drake of the game, you can see.
But everybody was looking at the mini-map there, and this is the adventures of Driver.
Yeah, he is driving a little bit off course here. I don't believe this is part of the original obstacle course.
Looks like he's going to run his way or surf his way up the river to make this attempted play. Of course, Zeus does have his teleport, so Vladimir could also join.
Yeah, it looks like he might just do that. Here's the wall, there's the TP, and a very nice engage comes in from Delight once again, but the Kindred ult is there to try to save them. They're all invulnerable. The follow-up comes in from the Vlad, though, as Zeus gets the big kill on that backline. We do see Zeus just running in their backline, getting so much down, and Driver looking for Peanut, but he's not quite going to be able to get it down. He just pops away on the Mega Blast Cone, and Driver is all alone here. Cured, and this first turret should go the way of Hanwha Life as well.
Yeah, even though it didn't look like devastating for CFO with them only basically being -1 kills there.
Is being pressured a little bit, a lot of them actually, a lot of it, as he is going to flash the cask and just kind of get away from it all. Only a couple of, I think 3 ults were used there by the side of CFO. They're going to try to use this pressure to take down this mid turret, which in fact they will. The side lanes, Kobe, you were mentioning though, Zeka able to put some pressure on the top side against the Vlad. He just kind of sits there and throws stuff at him, and the Vlad doesn't care at all.
Well, getting richer by the seconds. Split pushing bottom while they go for the dragon fight here, Jinja.
Oh, the engage not going to land there from the side of Kaiwing, and there you go. Peanut will secure the smite onto this one, and again, this 1v1, it's just looking worse and worse for Driver. Another Empower Q going to hit him as the Riptail pushing on in, and Zeus is just looking for the dive. Driver has to flash away from it, but even the ult nearly takes his head off, as Driver at this moment does not quite exist in the side lane. In goes Delight, maybe a little bit sideways there, as down he will go. Jinja nearly pays for it, but does throw in the ult, as Zeka looking for the dive, does pop away, as will that Ignite get the kill? The shurikens flying around him, but Jinja will survive from him. Yeah. Whenever you see the scary vampire
or go right to this face.
I mean, this is the thing. He's got a slow onto Zeus. Zeus, he's got help. He's got Peanut here, and heals come in. He flashes into the 2 of them. It's just like, why did you bait me into this one? I gotta flash away now. And Driver gonna eat his 3rd death as the Vlad now 3,000 gold ahead, just 21 minutes into the game, as it is spotted by a blue trinket. But nobody's actually going to approach this on the side of CFO. So they just give it up. Flowers will be taken here by Hanwha Life Esports, and just think about what that's going to do for the extra levels.
And eventually, maybe we'll look for a smite fight here or something, but Zeus is teleporting in, so run!
Oh my god!
Run!
Wait, Doggo, you're going the wrong way! He runs towards the Vlad. They're trying to take down the lane, but they all get grouped up into the Rel instead. And you know what? Vlad loves when you're grouped up against it. Finally, Jinja gonna throw out the Kindred ultimate, but who really cares about that? He survives for a bit longer, but the rest of the team just dies alongside of him. And Hanwha Life Esports will take the fight and the dragon. And it's looking like a 2 here today, Kobe.
Yeah, and the Baron, I'll wager. I'll put a lot on that Baron, too.
Yeah. So you were reckoning that probably they would take down this objective. Kaiwing now ultless with his Solar Flare on cooldown, trying to just walk his way in as, yeah, Jinja not even able to get in range. So that is just going to be a free Baron over to the side of Hanwha Life Esports, and CFO now a bit caught. Going to do a combo onto a Vlad, but you know, Talia not very good against the Vlad, I'll tell you that, as in goes Zeus. He's got backup for the team. The triple kill comes in from Zeus, and he's looking for a bit more. As, yeah, they're just going to get that kill over to Viper instead, as it is the ace from the side of Hanwha Life, and that might just be the game right here, right now.
Certainly will be, right through the top lane. HLE with Baron, with the Dragon Soul, looking at the 2-0 clean victory.
A very clean one at that, and they did it with a Vladimir top and they said in the mid lane. If you missed this game, definitely go ahead and check out the replay because it was a very fun one with those 2 picks.
Painful moment, so we'll see if they can get that one done. Viego also into Skarner, quite nice there. So Talia, the final lock in there though for Vladdy. Let's see if KC can turn it around here.
Chris just gonna sweep that one out and try to get a lot of value down here on the bottom side, but Yike coming on in. This is this scuttle fight you were mentioning, as there's the handshake, gonna clap them 2 together. As Kanavi does get away from the tether of the Karma. Just a lot of back and forth here. Jackie Love is going to get into the fight first, taking the 1v1 here against Kaliss and just zoning him away. As now the Hawkshot does come in, and Kaliss desperate to try to get in on this one, as Kanavi will be stunned into the wall. Do they have the damage to take him down, though, is the question. As in comes Vladdy. Kanavi gets the reset, but the double knockup comes in from Vladdy. And there will be a couple on the board here for KC already. And there you go. Another stun into the wall. KC pick up 4 kills in the first fight. Top Esports, they just do this sometimes. They will not back down from a fight, and sometimes it really comes back to bite them. And big credit to KC. I mean, Yike is everywhere right now. The stuns in the wall have been huge. The stun, the flash forward, Vladdy picks up another one. As here comes Viego. Kanavi's like, well, I gotta get something out of this, and at least he does get the 1 kill into Vladdy. The Mantra Q, just a bit of poke down. But yeah, here comes Yike, and Yike, level 5. We're gonna go through the wall here. Jackie Love incredibly low as they try to move forward and take the fight once again. They want the reset here on Jackie, and he will be able to pick it up. Can he get a second one? Not going to happen this time. The flash from Chris. At least he gets the 1 kill. And Yike, well, he's able to set up the gank at least.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Yike ganks bottom, but they lose 2, and they're losing Void Grubs while this happens. Jackie flashing for it, gets his bailout, then Chris flashing to finish the other one off. And as I said, the Void Grubs were picked up during that. On respawn though, we do see the reset, and Yike takes away the dragon, so they do end up trading the objectives for themselves, no problem. And KC are still massively ahead.
The wall comes in. Jackie's in so much trouble again. And that one is going to go to Targamas, unfortunately, but they're just setting up more and more kills. Nope. The ward is going to spot the roam coming up. As now Targamas, he might be the one to pay. As the handshake does come in, the stun into Jackie Love is not going to be enough. Yike does show his face, but not on time. But yeah, trying to get a ward in that brush. You don't know if they're there.
KC have a lot more ways. Well, wait a second here. We've got the reset.
Yeah, kind of just jumped into that one. To the skies he goes, and well, to the ground he will go as well. Pretty easy setup on that gank, as he thought he was safe. The rest of his team was in the river. Wasn't meant to be.
They've got teleport on Aurora too, so TS could have numbers advantage. They teleport Aurora in.
They're gonna teleport her in. You can see that KC, that they get the 1 grub and they get out, so at least they get 1, but it's just the 1. So not quite that many stacked up for them. It will be 5 for the side of TES.
To buy some more time, and honestly, it looks like they're gonna try and show here a little bit of threat and see how delayed they can make it.
Yeah, I mean, the threat is in. We'll see what this comes down to. Kanavi's not in range to smite that one, as he pulls him into the wall, right as cream, and a massive impale comes comes down as well, but in goes 369 to that backline. Should be able to take out Kalisz, but a couple of kills do go the way of KC. You see Kana and Yike, though, low on health. Jackie Love once more. He'll get the one, and Kanavi gets the other. So it will be Top Esports to actually get a punish at the end of that fight.
Most of it. Really nice there from Chris, right over the top, and allowed 369 to just get into the back, completely wreak havoc. And since Jackie finally did get there with his fresh purchase.
We got a fight in live, actually. The tether comes down. That's a shutdown going the way of Vladdy. You saw that he got caught under the turret down in the bottom side. Yeah, I mean, if that arrow wasn't there, he's probably alive. As the impale over the wall, that's going to be a big issue for Crisp, as Yike is having a big game tonight here on the Skarner.
Power spikes. He is the only one with the 2-item power spike in the game, and so he immediately goes out to Rift Herald. KC are actually coming on over to it at the moment, but a little bit slow there, so just kind of watching any sort of counterplay there. So they got the Rift Herald, they got the wave pushed in as well, and Kanavi again, since he's on his big power spike here, looking very aggressively in through enemy territory. 369.
Yeah, just going for the 1v1 here. It's a very long lane down on the bottom side, and the chase potential is pretty huge. He dodges the ult, though. Very nicely done by Kana to get away from this one. Can he survive is still the question. We got a big impale down on the, well, up on the top side jungle as Jackie Love up against the wall. Tries to dash over it. It's not going to be enough. The shutdown goes to Yike. And Vladdy still on the chase. Cream going to find an angle on the back line. At least Case takes down Kalisz, but Cream in a bit of trouble himself as Yike is on the chase. He will have to go for the flash just to try to survive. And this might just be the longest chase of the tournament so far. Even a TP committed to just to make sure he absolutely goes down. As Vladdy should be given the kill here at the very end if he can hit the Q. One more auto could do it as he goes in his, and yeah, Vladdy does take down the kill. Meanwhile, Kana just taking another turret in the top lane.
Nice punish there from KC on that deep jungle invade where Kanavi and TS were looking so aggressively for their play.
A bit. He's not being prioritized as much for a reason, but he's still able to just CC 3 people forever.
And you highlight it. You know, even though he is down a bunch in gold, that's exactly what he's still able to do. You know, lock them in. And since Cream was not with them on that invade for TES on KC's ward, they were able to punish. TS, of course, still do have their 1,000 gold lead, and the tower on top side is so low that 369 is about to increase that gold lead for them, though.
Yeah. The gold certainly goes in their favor. I'm worried about the massively fed Viego and even the Kalista.
Also on his 2-item power spike, so see what kind of chase down.
Vladdy in a bit of trouble. Oh, the Mbessa over the wall. Couldn't see that one coming, and that is a shutdown for 369. So now you don't only have the jungle and the 80 carry ahead, you've got also the top laner. Macro state of the game is going to be huge. You can see that 369, Kanavi, and Cream all ahead on XP. Kanavi just kind of running into the darkness as the Death Brush comes in. KC going to get big win off of that one. Jackie Love trying to hop away. He's got the bailout. He has to go forward, but now we've even got the impale coming in. That's a 3rd kill for the side of KC. 369 and Cream just running away, and it's a triple for Kana, as we have the ults coming in and the flash forward, but that is Aurora, so she just hops away.
Yeah, and you don't want to overchase because the Otacon is up right now. Huge play here for KC. This completely changes the game because they are going to scale quite nicely.
Follow up on that. So now Top Esports is going to go for the dragon. Okay. Everybody dodges that arrow. In comes the wall as well. Top Esports just abandoning ship for now. They said, well, a lot of ults used from the side. As now the flash forward, Yike! He gets the pick on the Cream! It's a free Aurora, just like that, and it should be the Mountain Soul unless Kanavi gets the steal down. It's not gonna be easy for him. Not up against the Skarner. It's a 5v4 as well. Jackie Love just took a massive hit to the face with the shock blast. 369, he's just going in. He's just gonna send it and make some space for Jackie Love. In goes the Mbessa. Kana on the flank is massive. Gonna take down that backline as well. Kanavi, he wants one itty bitty reset, but he's not gonna get it. And even Crisp is on the run as well. This is a full ace to the side of KC plus the Mountain Soul. They might finally do it here. KC just trying to hold on to control. There's the arrow, there's the wall. He's gonna cast Crisp up against it. As the knockup, not the right way. Yike, not going to land his own impale. Now he's being kited out just a little bit. Cream, though, doesn't quite have the damage. Not even able to get through the Mountain Soul Shield. And the volley gets the kill after all of that. And Cream is dead again. Put into the Baron, but they're just trying to escort Kanavi away from it.
45 again.
Might just work out. The Mbessa ult not going to hit, as Vladdy does have to flash that one. In it goes 369, though. He wants a bit more. The turn off the Baron. They already got the Baron. Did KC, and Jaculov's going to go down. The bailout not there, and Kalisz is unstoppable. Yes, Kalisz will go down, but it doesn't quite matter. KC are too far ahead.
Certainly looks like it. And Kana pushing away on bottom side, but they get hit.
Not number 7. Oh, no, it's number 7. There he goes once again. That kill's going to be given over to Kalisz. As Cream now 1 and 7. Kana just split pushing. He's got Baron, and the pressure is just too much. More than 6,000 gold to lead for Karmine Corp.
All that's left is to close the siege. They've got 4-1 split push. They're already inside. Mid tower's going down. TES grasping at Kana.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try. They might just be able to. This Mbessa pretty fed, and they do take him down. Jaculov gets the shutdown. And look at Kalisz. He's just in the base, hitting the Nexus turrets, giving them thumbs up. The rest of the team is just zoned away from him as he takes away their base. Jaculov gonna pull in Crisp, but who cares about that? They're just killing your Nexus as this is happening. 369 wants to try to stop them, but the knockup is huge. And the Mbessa, will he get the reset? Yes, he will. Uh-oh, KC, you gotta get out of there now. As the reset comes in for 369 and the chase is on. Vladdy will get Jaculov actually, but he's not going to get all too much more. Gets a double kill, which is more than you could say for the position he was put in for that one. To the Taliyah, generally not a good thing to do. Gets punished for it. And yeah, the other Drake. We'll see if they actually started it up, but they're in the bush, and another one comes in as the Resurrect on the GA. Can they get the follow-up kill? The ult, the Heartbreaker used by Kanavi just to survive. But can they even challenge the Elder Drake is the real question.
Well, I think they're certainly going to try because they have full scent on every other fight, and all they can do is just send again. Kanavi and Cream both on the flank this time around instead of just single one like last time.
The wall, pretty good. Gonna push those other guys out of this one. The damage is big, and Kanavi's zoned away. They don't have a smite. It's Elder Dragon to Karmine Corp, and now 369 is on the run. Well, he has to go in. He can't quite get out. Can't take down Kalisz. And now only a couple of guys on the run. Cream as well, being zoned away by Kana. As he has to go in, but that's not the right direction. Takes his 8th death in this one. And in goes Yank as well. The chase potential of the Skarner is huge. They want to take down Jackie. The flash comes in. They already killed Crisp, and that is going to do it. The ace is there for Karmine Corp, and they will get their first win here up against Top Esports.
And a big one here in game number 1. Starting the momentum for themselves, KC.
How much they can use that pushing power to actually affect the enemy jungle against an Ivern, we'll have to wait and see. But I think the amount of early game options that Top Esports have, just thanks to the Varus control and the Gnar on the top side of the map, I'm worried about what that'll do for KC's early game.
Little roller coaster of emotions there.
Yeah.
I thought Kanavi was going to be able to go through and keep up the invade.
For sure. Well, we got a bit of a fight down here. Yike, level 3, he's already in the bot lane looking for something. The cleanse comes out from Jackie, but that actually hit Crisp as he's in a bit of trouble. And he doesn't have his flash. Down he will go. First blood, Yike, already on the board. The turret and is going to proxy the wave for now.
Yeah, another visit towards bottom lane.
Gonna make it happen, and guess what? There's no flashes down here for their side for Jaculov. There's the root onto the Ash, and it's just another kill, and this time he's able to give it over to Kalisz.
The camp on bottom lane paying dividends for KC.
Ash there just to get away, and yeah, they're gonna be able to collect that. Top Esports are gonna get these grubs here, all 3 of them.
To the bottom side of the map, and they'll be able to get their dragon as well. Recall goes off there Crisp actually cancels it, but nobody gonna stick around to actually contest the objective, so they will get their first dragon.
Yeah, first dragon on the board here, and they have the 1 grub so far and reset. Looks like Kanavi gonna make a return here to the grubs, and the 369 having the prio on top side and the reset coming off of the dragon. It does look like Top Esports will get 5 in game number 2.
All right, quite nice for that pushing on the side lane. Some turret plate money still available for them.
And of course, Arcane Shift into the Varus, which made it very easy for the chains to hit. As, yeah, that's going to be a bunch of CC in a Kanavi who just wanted to do his red buff, but he met up with so many members of Karmine Corp, as now he goes down. The big ult, though, is going to hit two, as one of them does get shielded. He takes down the Leona, and that is about it. It's just the supports and, of course, Kanavi, who did go down there at the end of it all. Very casually, just like, yeah, what's up? Thanks for the free gold, buddy.
Dude, he's been getting gold all over the map this game, as we have a little bit of a scuffle on that side. But in the end, it's still going to be bottom tower solo gold for the Corki there, for the local gold, plus their dragon.
Did get a full turret in bot, so he, once again, is the one guy. You could say that 369 also doing pretty well for himself. Kana's had to deal with Corki for the last couple of minutes, so not very good for him. But now we see Vladdy's going to pick up a turret by himself. This one is much slower. I wouldn't be surprised if the top esports coach is like, hey, take a breather, don't be so crazy, and just back off a little bit. Whereas for KC, some buffs, and you've got an Ivern on the side of KC. I think both sides have to fight for this one. Cone, and kind of just distracts him. You see that top esports not able to join the Chemtech fight.
All right, so KC, they grab their dragon number 2, and Jackie's got to get out of it. So it's Crisp.
They're getting so much more off of this. I mean, the Crisp kill, they might get Cream as well. In goes Vladdy, and he's just opening up more space for Callista's. One auto gets it down. He doesn't need to hit his Qs. If he can just auto him there, gets a shield as well from the Ivern, and Callista's 3-0-2.
Oh man, Targa hits the Leona ultimate, and Callista going forward. He got so much money this game. Ezreal time. Wait, 369. 369 doing a lot of work still. He's surrounded.
369, was he baited? Well, he's not going to be hit by that one. Vladdy might want a little bit more. He's got the shields. Will he get the support? Yes, he will. The Q3 and a shutdown for the Yone in mid lane.
And gets the engage onto Chris. Callista able to wait.
Live, Kana's getting bullied a bit, but is it a bait at the end of it all? Cream, he wants a bit more, but Crisp actually is the one that gets chunked out big time. Kana does as well. He doesn't have his TP. You can see Callista wants the follow-up, and Crisp isn't able to do anything. Cream can't help him out. It's just a free support for Callista here on the Ezreal.
I mean, it's just such a dream situation to play the Ezreal with the Ivern doing so well as... okay, wait. Can they poke them off here beforehand? I mean, 15 seconds still left on Crisp. There's no way he's getting back, and 369 is walking.
Kanavi low on mana. Oh, Targamas, he's stuck in the damage from the Otacon, but they have the redemption, the miss on the Yone ultimate, and now they're going to have to pull off of this one. Way too much damage done to Vladdy. Kana again being bullied. And TES, they might want a bit more. Depends on their vision. Vladdy does have TP. They're going to go for this Otacon. And will Karmine Corp commit to the fight afterwards? They need to TP Vladdy in if they're going to, but it's getting incredibly low. Yikes, still in the area. But they do a good job of zoning him away with the Meganar. The smite is early, but it...
it's GA. It's a revive one. I've gotten so used to the other one.
If Vladdy hits his ult onto one person, like maybe you get the one pick off, but they're already taking so much. As meanwhile, we got a 1v1 on the top side with the unfair redemption to help out, but also the unfair Karthus ult. Will it do enough? No, it even doesn't go through the shield. So Kana going to enjoy 200 gold. Meanwhile, the push coming in down the mid lane. Top esports trying to use their Otacon, the voracious Otacon buff to push some stuff as Q's come down here onto Kanavi, but well, they don't even have the Otacon buff anymore, so they're just going to start it and look to turn.
They know Vladdy has to walk.
Yeah, Vladdy's got to walk. We'll see if it works out. Crisp is taking a huge amount of damage. Meanwhile, 369 just gets jumped on here. Doesn't have the Meganar. And now they got to pull off of it. Look at this. Maybe a thanks for the leash angle, but no, it's just the team fight going in. The Karthus takes a massive chunk, but Targamas goes down as well. This Aatrox is going man mode, but he's going to be focused as KC. They just take the Baron down instead. They say thank you very much for the leash, and thank you very much for the fight. Cream is getting punched down as well, and it's a massive team fight for Karmine Corp.
Oh, that was a disastrous Baron for TES.
It was a very interesting call to try to rush that Baron. It does not pay off at all, and KC's response was exactly correct. They did what they needed to do in response to that. So Chemtech Soul.
Yeah, they've got Confident Callista Cloak. They've got split push for Vladdy here towards mid lane with the Baron buff. Gonna be able to take down that tower while the rest of the team continues to apply pressure on the secondary turret. the inhibitor will fall, but TS, like, it's so hard for them because they're getting poked out by this fed Ezreal from all the money he got early on in the game, but then their engages are getting stuffed by KC's Peel and Ivern sustain. Oh, that actually hits though.
That is going to hit, but Jaculov has to back away because Kalissa's still there. And Redemption comes in and heals for like half of Yike's health. It's just incredible what this Ivern can do in this comp in terms of enabling the carries to do their job.
Yeah, he's got 14 stacks on the Medjais for the extra AP.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Kanavi doesn't even really get to play the game. Meanwhile, the flank is coming in. A massive Yone ultimate on the two, and they both disappear immediately. And now Cream is zoned away. Karmine Corp are finally at the tournament as they are looking to take the 2-0 over Top Esports right now.
Huge props to Yike for massive turnaround series for him. Huge props to KC. They're going to get it done.
They're going to get the job done. Kaliss, nope, he's got an Ivern. You thought he was dead? Absolutely not. It is a 2-0. It is a dominant 2-0 from Karmine Corp over Top Esports tonight.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.